Hey everybody, how's it going? You guys ready to do this or what? What screen do you guys see? Okay, you guys see the right one. So what do you guys want to talk about? This is your time. I figured we'd just shoot the shit, talk stocks. Options. Oh, you want to talk options, do you? I don't look like my Twitter picture? Oh, that's because I'm coming off the winter. I cycle on and off. I'm still holding some water. Still holding some water in the beard. So, you guys want to talk options? I don't know if I want to. You guys really want to talk about that shit or what? So, anyways, maybe we'll just you know what I first before we maybe before we get into it, I don't look that fucking different. I'm sexier now. I did have a beard up until I don't know a week or so ago. So I had to shave it off. It's too fucking hot for that shit. You know, there's maybe what I'd like to talk about first, I think, is just the ease of how these big boards trade, you know. And it's not just big boards. I'm not just saying just big boards, but you guys hear me going on and on and on about how well they trade and everything else. But these stocks, they have specific very specific patterns, each one of these stocks, and um yeah, they're exactly Doji, dude. Apple loves the double bottom, right? So Apple loves the double bottom, and they you want to know why these stocks have specific setups that each stock follows? And I've said this before, and it's it's funny because whether I don't know whether people listen or what, but these stocks will follow certain patterns because a certain type of trader will follow it, right? So a certain personality group and type will trade a stock like Apple, right? And a certain personality will trade a stock like Tesla, right? So obviously the personality type of Apple loves the double bottom. Fucking loves that shit, man. Loves it. Loves it. It happens every day. Mark my words. Mark my words. Literally every day it'll do a double bottom and then bounce. Like on this one here, you could have caught a good point had you held up. You had a nice opportunity to add on this support test. Loves testing support too. Apple's very up and down, up and down, up and down, right? You know, but the percentage gains that you can get off of Apple or Tesla or Nvidia or any of the market leaders, they the percentage on the underlying isn't big, obviously, but the range is big. right? So you don't need a lot of shares. A lot of new traders, they get turned off by the higher price stocks because they're brainwashed by, guys like Sykes and everyone else that teaches like that, because they guys like that, they want you to trade the penny stocks because they're easily pumped, right? Whether they want to admit that they're pumping the stock or not. I mean, it's just a natural reaction to a low floater, right? And they don't always trade low floaters. There's some of those bastards that, I mean, that's all they trade are super low floaters, right? But um, and I really don't think that that's right. So I would prefer you guys stay away from that shit. I mean, these things, they're so easy. These are so easy to trade. They're ridiculous. The only thing that'll get you, literally the only thing that'll get you, is being patient. You gotta just wait for these setups, man. Because when they happen, they'll happen, right? And they will. They'll happen. I just did a video lesson for my members, and these, and it's the main takeaway from the video lesson is these stocks will give you a setup, right? And you got to be patient for it. And I think that's what a lot of new traders struggle with, right? It's because they don't want to miss out. It's that fear of missing out shit, right? You really got to wrap your head around that and cut that out, because yeah, it's just it will happen. It will happen, right? Apple every day, literally every day, will do a double bottom. I wish I could go back a little further on the let me get rid of this here. I wish I could go a little further back on Apple. Hey, what's up, guys? Because Apple does a double bottom literally every day, right? And this is the 3-minute chart, and I prefer using the 1-minute chart. But you got your fucking your double bottom here, and then we got a double bottom right in here. This is more of a higher low, but same deal, guys, right? We got another little one here. You guys see that? Every day, literally every day, it will do it. It will. It will. It loves double tops too. Loves your double tops to short it back down, right? So, I mean, if you're just patient, you can really hammer these things, man. You really can. You can really hammer them, Are people having problems with the link? Before we get too carried away here. Should be all right. Let me see. Yeah, it's set to public. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, link is fine. I don't know if Michelle's here. Someone should wake her ass up. Here, I'll wake her ass up. She's probably fucking sleeping. No, she should be up. It's early for her, I think. Where is she? I don't know. Maybe if someone can type in chat for me. If someone could type in chat for me and just tell Michelle to get her ass in here. So I mean, that's Apple for you guys, and I mean, that's just one of it keeps buffering. It wasn't earlier. Earlier it was really good. Huh. It's all fine? Okay, it might be, I don't know. Okay. So if you guys are good, we'll just kind of continue. So that's Apple. Apple really likes to do this. Like I said, I mean, each and every day. this is one that a lot of people are, you know, a lot of uh, traders are even like penny stock guys, right? They seem to be trading Tesla a lot, right? Like Tesla's like the flavor of the day, but I mean we've been trading Tesla forever, right? We've been trading Tesla for a long time. Tesla's really nice. Tesla just loves to do the reversal here. Let me go back to the 1 minute chart. So Tesla will like to just take a quick pop, dump, and rip. So you got to try and catch it on support bounces, right? Let me see what we got for zones. So that one's pretty close there, right? My levels are usually pretty spot on. All right, so I mean it did come pretty close there on that level, right? I mean support and resistance with these stocks is, I mean it's absolutely amazing. I mean it is. But Tesla, you know, Tesla can be a little crazy. It can be a little crazy. Oops. I want to go to the 5 minute here. Tesla can be crazy because I'm finding that it's like Tesla's considered, it's almost considered a low float. Like I don't know if you guys are aware of that, right? So, you know. Hey, what's up, Six? Hey, Philly. Yeah, I mean, I don't think a lot of people realize that Tesla is a low floater. It just is outside of that realm of a low floater because a low floater is up to 100 million in float, right? Yeah, the spreads, yeah, they can get a little crazy, but I mean, you gotta watch, right? I mean, if you're trading it when the spreads are 50 cents, it's yeah, you just gotta pay attention. Right, you really got to pay attention. You know, these higher price stocks, if you're not positioned correctly, they can still do some damage, right? One of my favorites though, especially right now, you know, Nvidia. I love Nvidia, man. I love it. I mean, it's fucking top notch, man. This thing just loves dipping and then ripping, and look at that level. Boom. Right? I didn't hit it here. I ended up hitting it here, right? I missed that, and then it ramped so quickly. Would you take a video request? I don't know. Sure. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, IQ, HUYA, and DBX. Yeah, I mean we trade those all the time too. What's the video request? D-man. So we can talk about IQ, HUYA, and DBX because I want to show you guys something. There's Michelle. About time. When he's sleeping. Pussy. Here, hold on a sec. I gotta bring this thing back down a little bit here because I can't see it. Sorry, guys. You know, on TEFS, don't use market orders. Because they'll fucking nail you to the cross there. On TEFS, I actually figured that market orders would be fine, but they're not. You'll get horrible entries. They'll smoke you. They'll smoke you. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen some really bad fills on TEFS with market orders. No, 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 no. Even with like the liquid stocks, even with like Twitter and MU, I've had some people DM me some pretty bad fills that there was no reason to have a fill like that, like a bad fucking fill. So just, I mean, use them at your own um, discretion, right? Um, but yeah, Nvidia is another one that market is fine. Still screw you over. Any. It's not just TEFS. I mean, it's all of them. You're giving them a blank check, right? Yeah, just use a limit order with an offset. That's what I recommend. But on TEFS, you don't need an offset because it's lightning. No, Trade Zero seems really good. I've actually. Were you in the room yet, Michelle? When I kept getting those badass fills on market orders? I made a point off of Twitter from the fill. No bullshit. Yeah, I made a full point on Twitter yet. Twitter nonetheless. From a market order on Trade Zero. I had a couple thousand shares and they filled me for an extra point. I mean, 2K right off the hop, instantly like that. I do have horseshoes up my ass. We can, you know what? Maybe to get to that question about IQ. So IQ, these IPO stocks. I've got a product, and I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I'm letting you know. I'm letting you know that I've got a product called Monster IPO, and I show you how to track these and how to hit these to where you would have caught IQ, HUYA, all of that. We were watching HUYA on, I think it was it this day? I think it was this day. I didn't like the way it traded, or maybe it was this day. No, yeah, I think it was this day. I didn't like the way it traded, so I stayed away. Obviously, missed a big run. But I didn't like the way it traded, so is what it is. But I've got a product, Monster IPO, and it can teach you guys. It's cheap too. It's inexpensive. My products are fairly inexpensive. I don't like charging people a shitload for stuff, right? I mean, so one sec here. There's a link there if you guys just want to go check it out. And if you're interested, hit me up and I'll give you a real badass discount on it. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I really just want the information out there, to be honest, guys. What do we got here? Oh, my eyes are so bad tonight. Hey, what's up, David? Davey. Can you explain what happened on Friday on HOI RIP to 50 and 50? Oh, well. You know, it's funny. I don't have it on this screen here. But on HUYA during the TrickTrades pre-market plan of attack. No, it wasn't during the plan of attack. I'm sorry. It was just pre-market. I set a level at 50. And she hit it. And then faded. So what these stocks do, man, I mean, okay. I'll teach you guys something. When you got these monster IPO breakouts and they start going parabolic, okay? Now, do you see on this day, right? A lot of people jumped in short thinking that the top was in. It's like, it's close enough to 50. No, because it's an IPO, guys, because it's an IPO, it will test those really round numbers if it gets close to them. It'll 100 fucking percent. It'll go to those round numbers. And 50, boom, it's going to test that area. Okay, so if we go let's bet here. So if we go to the intraday, HUYA, it ripped, right? And the high of day was 50.89, so it went a little bit over, right? And that's people just fucking all in a frenzy, right? Thinking it's, people that buy stocks way up here, right, after it going parabolic they're mental patients, man. Don't be fucking doing that. Like don't be doing that, I mean, guys like me will short that into 50, right? Because it's going parabolic into a round number of 50, guys. What's it going to do? It's going to fucking pull back, period. Yeah, breakout chat rooms. Hey, Callie, do you mind? Can you not see I'm busy here? No, beat it. Beat it, go lie down. Go on. Dogs, I tell you, dogs. But, yeah, HUYA, I mean, I didn't, it's a shame because I really didn't like the way it traded that one day way back. I know Michelle made some money on it. Can you just short the 50 retest? Of course you can. Yep. Yep. As it comes back up to test it, right? Have some orders sitting. You could have an order sitting at 50, but you will have to risk on high of day. You have to risk on high of day, right? Hey, Wilderness, what's up, buddy? So you got to size accordingly. Okay, guys, that's a problem. I think a lot of new traders and struggling traders that seem to get stopped out a lot. What their problem is that they take too much size right off the hop, and they fuck themselves over, right? Because they don't have the patience, nor they can't withstand the pain of the retest. So let's say it retests and you scooped up those 50s, right? Okay, you shorted the 50, you got filled. And let's say it goes all the way back up to highs. That's almost a point, right? So let's say you had 1,000 shares. Now 1,000 shares might be a little bit much on a $50 stock for a lot of you, and that's fine. We'll just use it as an example, right? So you're going to be underwater $840, right? Plus spread. And the spread was probably a little shitty on this. But, so we're talking, you got to take it up to, high of day. So that's, that's going to be like $1,000, right? So, What do you think about Lulu? Price target 130. Lulu price target of 130? Fuck that, man. No way. It'll hit that and sell. You know what? A lot of times, because Lulu's has been on a tear, right? It's been on a tear. You know what the problem is though? If you look at this, I mean, it kept getting stuffed in this 127s, right? And it is on breakout. sometimes when these stocks hit their price targets, you'll see Monday morning now. I bet you on Monday morning, Luke, they come out with a higher price target. They'll upgrade it some more. Because the whole reason behind these upgrades is, I mean, it's hilarious. It's usually used as an exit strategy to the institutions, right? Your J.P. Morgans, your fucking Goldman Sachs, all that shit. They're already in this. They're in this forever, and they know how the dumb money works, right? And dumb money being us, the retail trader. They know how it works and how we work, and they use it as an exit strategy. They know how to cater to our greed. You know what I mean? They really know how to like I said, I mean, cater to our greed. It's like, okay, so it hits the 130. We'll just talk for, I don't know. We'll talk what ifs, right? We'll talk some what ifs. So it hits the 130 and it breaks over that 130, and they see some dumb money come in, which is, retail traders, and they get greedy. Okay, it's the same reason. It's the same reason. People will. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I was looking at that. Yeah, that fucking 4 dislikes. Yeah, those dislikes. They fucking bunch of tools. Bunch of former members that I fucking kicked out and whatever. Gives a shit. A bunch of losers. I mean, yeah, who would dislike like free fucking market information, right? Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Yep, exactly. So sorry guys, I didn't mean to trail off there. I apologize. So like I said, it comes up to that 130. It causes a feeding frenzy. They cater to our greed, right? So the fucking the retail trader, they just want to buy that breakout, buy the breakout, buy the breakout. It's going higher. It's going higher. It's the same reason why people will invest in biotechs, and then they wonder why they get their ass handed to them on some bad data and gaps down 80%, because people will hold forever, right? They just hold and hold and hold. You got to be able to sell your positions. These are, and especially as a day trader, day traders. I mean, that's one of the reasons why they a lot of traders will lose. You'll be up. You could be up $500, $1,000 in a day, and then you hold on because you want more. You want more, right? And it's that greed. It's about finding that healthy balance between fear and greed. You know what I mean? And that's a difficult one, right? Yeah, that's a difficult one. I mean, it's about it all boils down to FOMO, right? Like that fear of missing out, because okay, so the stock goes to 130, you should probably fucking sell, right? But what if it goes to 150? What if? Right? I can talk what ifs all fucking day long. I mean, what if the Nazis had won the war, right? I mean, what if fucking aliens came and probed us? What if? I mean, what if? You don't be living in what ifs, right? That's a big mistake. That's a big mistake, right? Big mistake. Yeah. Sorry guys, just give me a sec here. Sorry guys. Yeah, what if I buy the breakout? Higher than your intraday max loss on a trade, but the trade is still within your trade plan. Well, I mean, if you didn't size correctly then, right? I know that's not the question you're asking, but you know, a lot of you guys are trying to, get rich off of one trade, and you don't have the accounts to support the pain that you need to withstand sometimes in these trades. I always say you gotta follow your plan, man. Right? You gotta follow your plan. Are you having a fucking stroke, Ning Lu? Hey, Arak, motherfucker. Sup? uh, how you doing, buddy? I got bored. My woman's out. She's out of town, so I got bored. So we're just shooting the shit. Oh, you're out swimming? Cool. Yeah, lakes are pretty cold around these parts, man. You can go swimming up here in the summer, but unless you want balls like the size of peas, it gets a little chilly. Where do you live again? You live in Texas, right? Houston? Houston? Nice. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, Texas, nice, buddy. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny because Alberta, where I live, in Texas, are very similar. Similar people, not similar weather, but similar people, similar, got a lot of oil, a lot of cattle. We're like the Texas of the North. Yeah, hey, buddy. No, I'm glad you stopped in. Yeah, Eric he is one of the good ones out there. He is one of the good ones out there. Can I ask you a question before you go? I don't know if you're still here, but let me. Oh, you gotta go. Okay, never mind. Fuck it. Don't worry about it. All good. I'll chat with you later then. But so yeah, I mean, Lulu, this thing's been on fire, guys. Fire, fire. Yeah, no, yeah, he's a good dude. He is one of the good ones. He is one of the good ones. You know how I know he's one of the good ones? Is because he left that fucking Sykes. Gotten any better? I've used TC2000 for 6 years. Oh, I was just, I was gonna ask you, and I don't know. I don't want to put you on the spot. Maybe I shouldn't put you on the spot. I shouldn't do that to you. I'll ask you off the air, man. Sorry, sometimes I think out loud, man. Sorry, buddy. I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. Yeah. Sorry, dude. Sorry, man. What's the best place? Yeah, later, buddy. Later, man. What's the best place to start? Oops, sorry, guys. Make sure that's off. Okay. The best place to start studying? I mean, I'll be honest with you. I mean, my members can attest to it. I mean, I know what our education is. We're very educational based. We're not really alert based. I'll show you the way. Yeah, man. I mean, I know that obviously it's gonna sound like it's biased, and I get it, right? But I mean, I started TrickTrades with a mission, right? You know, if you want to come check us out, use Trick20 in the coupon. Trick20 for a coupon. It'll give you 20% off your first month. Oops, shit. Yeah, I mean it really is. That's what we do. It's about education. I'll rewire you because I think a lot of people they're in a little bit too much of a rush, right? You know. Well, I'm just answering fucking questions, right? Like, what do you want? You talk about trade, sure. What trades? Okay, give me a question. Oh, which of the videos? You know what I'm working on? I'm working on like a search system right now, and I'm gonna, because I have some time, I'm going to what's your favorite color? Because I have some time, because the woman, she's away, I'm gonna really attack that. I'm gonna attack that right now, okay? And it's gonna be like a tagging system. You know? So that's just give me like, fuck man, give me a few days, okay, Rick? Give me a few days and I'll yeah, and I'll make sure that it'll be like a specific, a starter, because I kind of want to put together a little starter package. I've got a lot that I want to do, so just hang in there, man. Just hang in there. For the most part, it's a one-man operation, right? So I try. But what could we go over? There's been a lot of market maker games. Tomorrow, no, sorry, not tomorrow. Monday, we're gonna be doing the podcast. And how much do you risk? You know what? One of the best setups is for a short set. I can give you my favorite short setup. I would need to try and find a stock though. Here, hold on. That's what I can do. Just give me like 2 seconds. I'll just whip through until I see it. Yeah. Okay, now I know that this one didn't fade off, but the setup is there anyways, so just hang tight, okay? Now, this one obviously ripped higher, but I'll just show you the setup because the setup is there. So, to short, now it takes some patience and it usually happens around 10:30, anywhere between 10:30 and 11 a.m., okay? It's the first lower high. Okay? Right here is the lower high. Look at your risk. Fuck all. So, how would you get in on something like this, right? So, you let it do its thing. You let it keep putting in higher highs, okay? So, you see here, puts in a high, pulls back, puts in a higher high, pulls back. Oh, doesn't have the nuts, guys. Doesn't have the nuts right now to make a higher high. It's putting in a lower high. So once you see that and you start seeing it roll over like that, you see how it starts to roll over? Jump in short. Short it, risk on high of day. Okay. So that's your high of day. I want to make sure that it's, you guys can still see. Yeah, you can still see, sorry. Oops. I got too many things. Hold on one sec. Okay, so that's your high of day. We got high of day at 136.38. And let's say you took it here, somewhere in this area. So on this, you had 13-cent risk. Do you realize the fucking 13-cent risk on a on a $136 stock. Do you realize how crazy that is? Right? This right here, man, that's my favorite setup for a short. Hey, Brian. Yeah, man, how you doing, buddy? Yeah, I'll look at that. Okay, so you shorted IQ. Okay. You shorted IQ at 39.56. Oh, did you short it back here? What time, sorry? What time did you short it? Oh, at 9:36. Oh, okay. Okay. So first thing in the morning. Oh, I see. So you got in this area. Okay. And you stopped out at 39.85. So you stopped out up here, correct? On this pop? Is that where you stopped out? Yeah, Curtis, you're doing really well. Yeah, you're doing really well, man. I'm really proud of you, dude. Yeah, you stopped out there. Okay. So what a lot of people will do, the trade, your initial entry is fine, but I'll tell you what. You know where I would rather you have taken that trade? On the retest. A lot of times, and I call it forming its trend, and you'll hear me talk about that and call that out a lot at TrickTrades. I'm like, okay, it's forming its trend. It's when it puts in its lower high. Always let these stocks prove themselves to you. Okay? And I know that's hard because you want to jump in because it's like, oh shit, she's going. Because within the first 5 minutes, these will retrace. It's 5 minutes. Yeah, no, I understand where you took it. Yeah, I understand where you took it. Yeah. I get it. It's a sound entry, but these stocks like this, the higher price stocks, they will always retrace and retest. Oh, like almost always. Or at least come up and test the VWAP, right? Just wait for it. Wait for that retest. Let it dump out. I promise you that this will not dump out to zero and not give you an opportunity to get in. It's so rare that these things will just like fucking dump all day without an entry. Yeah, like I said, I get where you were going with that. I would just prefer that you waited for the retest. If you wait for the retest, it proves its weakness, and sure enough, it put in a higher low and then ripped back up. Granted, right? The trade didn't work, right? But you know, there was still from your entry though. From your entry, I mean, you had to lows almost 2 points. And you got to pay yourself. Pay yourself, guys. A lot of you don't pay yourself along the way. When a stock gives you a gift of almost 2 points in 3 or 4 minutes, either take it off or just, just pay yourself, like take off at least half. So if you get stopped out, either it'll be scratch or a slight green trade, right? You know what I mean? But no, I see where you took it. right, Davey. Yeah, you bet, man. No problem. And always stick to your plan, guys. Like your plan is that's gospel, man. That's gospel. Plan. If you don't have a plan, you don't have a trade, right? That's super important. It's super important. You know? Count would you risk on an average on each trade? As you said earlier, at some point, risk too much. 1%. But it depends. Like, small account growth is really hard, right? It can be difficult. It can be pretty difficult. Because at the beginning, you definitely want to. You got to take your time. I'm a big fan of patience. Don't try and make money off the hop, right? Like just relax, just learn the process. It'll come. It's a long process, right? I'm probably one of the only guys that's out there that's gonna tell you, like, fucking take your time, man. Take your time. A lot of these guys, they want you to make these badass home run trades so that they can screenshot your P&L, right? You'll see all my members on Twitter when they post their P&Ls. They're generally small P&Ls. I don't want them making big P&L right now. It's about the process, guys. If you guys truly want to do this the rest of your life, take your time. Take your time. If you're in a rush, you'll fucking blow up, man. You'll blow up. Yeah, you could have bought some puts on the retest. You know what? Can you guys give me 2 seconds and I'll be right back? Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I'll be right back. Sorry, guys. 1 sec. Go lie down. Sorry, guys. Oh. Okay. No, sorry, I had to take a leak. I was doing the pee-pee dance. Here, if you give me a sec, I'll pull up one of my options charts. Okay. So, IQ most likely won't be very liquid. Okay. So, it'd be hard to get some puts on a stock like IQ. Shit, let's try it. Let's see how liquid they were. No, it's not going to show that. Let me see. Come on. Oh yeah, no, never mind. They're plenty liquid. But the puts. Now I know that this isn't the weekly, this isn't last week's because they've already expired, so it's not going to show. What do we got here? So the puts there on that retest. Okay.
So this would most likely be the retest, right? Yeah, that was the retest. So on the retest, you could have hit it for about 40%. Do you guys see that? Right? Yeah, that was the retest. So yeah, you could have hit that for 40%, a quick 40%. On that. Right? But yeah, you could have hit it. You could have got some puts on a retest. Why do they look so dashy? Because it's a 1 minute options chart. A lot of people will use like a 3 minute or something like that, right? It depends. It depends on the setup, Brian. Yeah, it depends on the setup, right? Like, if I, okay, so we'll go back to Tesla. Okay, got to get that put back on here. Okay, so on something like Tesla, if I'm looking for a support test, I'll have an order out. I'll buy on the bid, right? How often do I stream live? I'm going to start doing it all the time now. If I get bored, I'm going to fire up a stream. This is the first time I've really done it, to be honest. My old lady, she's out of town. She's on vacation. I might join her in a couple of weeks. So I'm just sitting at home, fucking bored out of my mind. Okay, so still trading 25. Before I should finish that question. I apologize. I'm kind of I'm all over the place. I got so many things going on all my monitors that I'm like a dog chasing a butterfly right now. So yeah, it depends on the setup, right? So let's say I want to jump in short, right? Now, this didn't give quite a good entry, except for the fact that it went parabolic, right? So it goes parabolic, gives a nice shooting star top on it. Boom, jump in short. Hit the bid. I'll hit the bid. If I'm looking for a long, okay, or a short that's coming into, let's say, more so of a resistance area, I'll throw out offers, right? In order on the offer. And if I'm looking for a long, I'll put some orders out on the bid, right? Because I know where these stocks are going. And I know that sounds like I'm being a jackass and being full of myself, but I'm not. I can give levels on these stocks that would fucking blow your mind, man. I mean, Baba, you see this orange line? You see that orange line? Where'd it hit? That orange fucking line. Tips for a small account? Yep. You should only trade one short setup, one long setup, and take your fucking time, brother. Take your time. Do not be in a rush. Because you'll make a whole week's worth of progress, some nice small gains, and you'll fuck it up all in one shot, man. And I see too many traders do that. They'll give back all their gains that they've made for a week or 2 weeks or a month on one trade, right? Because they get greedy. Don't get greedy, man. You know? But yeah, levels, like trading off of levels, I'm big on that. But it's finding the right levels, right? And that's something that'll come in time, and you know. Yeah, don't get caught up in the rabbit hole, man. The rabbit hole is what'll kill you. And I mean, the rabbit hole, for those of you that don't know, is you take one trade, it's a red trade. It happens. Losses happen, no big deal, right? So you take a second trade, and it ends up being a loss. And instead of shutting it down, you don't. You keep going with it, right? Not what you want to do. So on that, with you keep going on that third trade, now you're emotional, right? Now you're emotional, and you are fucking yourself because you get caught in the rabbit hole, right? And that's how a lot of people blow up, right? So my job is to help you stay away from that rabbit hole, right? Don't get caught up in that, right? A lot of people, they're in a rush. Better than being in the K-hole. Yeah, the K-hole isn't fun, eh? That's funny, Brian. I haven't heard that term fucking 12 years. But yeah, no, I mean, I'd like to continue to do these live streams, and you know, I mean, I hope you guys are enjoying it. We can start talking about some market news and shit, but I think I'm gonna shut it down for a bit. I'm super hungry. I was gonna keep going, but I'm hungry, so. So are you using the same indicators on your... No, I don't use... On my options chart, I don't use any indicators. None. Zero, zilch. I don't trade options. I don't trade options like most people do. So no, I don't use any indicators. Any indicators. The only things I want to see are the opening price and then the previous close. And even that doesn't matter. But sorry guys. But yeah, I'm gonna shut it down, guys. Can I rate your other trade quick? Killing your time at work? Right on, D-Man. Oh, you're stuck at work? Oh, shitty. Yeah, no, you know what? I am. I'm gonna go grab something to eat. I'm starving, and I'm just gonna get cranky here. I turn into like a 2-year-old child when I don't eat. So next time, bring some more trades. I don't mind. I don't mind. Okay, you lunatics. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, please. Please, make sure to give this a thumbs up, because I got 4 or 6 assholes out there that like to give me a thumbs down. So let's give a thumbs up. Okay, guys. Thanks for everything. Thanks for showing up. Love you all. Adios.